Hi, welcome back. I'm Emily of Notably Emily, and I'm happy to have you here so that we can geek out over some unique notebooks. One of the benefits of having this channel is I can share cool stationery I find and give you all a closer look so you can see if they would work for you before buying. Some of these I did purchase with my own money, but a few of them were also gifted to me from Leuchtturm 1917. As my regular viewers know, you can use my code Emily20 for 20% off of anything from leuchtturm1917.ca. So let's get into it. This is the newest notebook from Leuchtturm 1917. It is the 411 page notebook. I have it here in the Rising Sun color and also in the Forest Green color. And when I bought this one, I also had it embossed with Progress over Perfection in a copper foil for an extra little fancy touch. It only comes in the A5 size and only in hardcover, but these ones, although they are dot grid, also come in lined or blank paper as well. The biggest difference between these and a regular A5 like this one that I have is that, of course, the 411 page journal has 160 more pages than the regular classic A5 hardcover. So they took an A5 and they just stuffed 160 more pages in it. It still has the amazing 80 GSM paper. And of course, overall, it's thicker and heavier than your typical A5 because it has more pages. It comes with the same accessories that you would get in your typical A5, like the elastic closure, the numbered pages, the pocket in the back, the stickers for archiving if you like to use those. And it comes with the same number of perforated pages, which is 8 sheets in the very back that are already perforated so that you can take them out easily. And it comes with the same number of index pages at the front, which is unfortunately only 2. I was hoping that they would have a couple more index pages because you are getting so many more regular pages, but if you like to use index pages, then you will likely just have to make a couple more yourself at the beginning of the notebook. So who is this notebook for? I think it's for people who love to write a lot, people who love a really thick notebook. I think there's something very satisfying about it really putting the book back in notebook. People who might want to have a commonplace book that will last you longer than your typical A5 just because there's so many more pages and you want everything to stay in one place. Or if you want a specific project or subject, maybe you're writing a book, maybe you are doing another very writing heavy project and you want it all in one place, this is a great way to do so. I also think this would be great for bullet journalers who want enough pages for 1 page a day plus extra pages for you to be able to have your collections and your calendars and etc., because there's 411 pages, which is more than 365 days in a year. The other thing I could see people using it for is to make their own 3 and 5 year journal actually, because again, there's more than 365 pages, so you can add in extra, but this gives you a lot of space. I mean, compared to my Hobonichi 5 year that I have right now, it's about the same size in terms of thickness, might be even a little bit more. No, I think it's about the same size. And this is also A5, and I have quite a lot of room for 5 years worth of journaling on 1 page. So you could always put lines on the page like this and separate each page out per day. This one is a little bit thicker because it gives 1 day per spread, so you have more pages. But if you wanted to do like 1 day here, 1 day here, then you could definitely do that in the 411 page notebook, or a 3 year, a 4 year, you could make it basically anything you want in this if you want more customization than something like a Hobonichi provides. And you can start it at any time of the year too, which is pretty cool. So I think these have a lot of potential and a lot of use case, especially if you just want everything in one place and you don't want to be swapping notebooks as often. I think what I'll be doing is using these as my everything journal. Once I finish my B6 Plus and my A5, I'll probably move into one of these and start using them as my everything journal and see how I like having so many pages. It's definitely not going to be super portable. If you don't care about the weight, then it's fine. It's still A5 size, but I don't think I'll be carrying that around with me quite as much, but we'll see. Speaking of thicker A5 journals, this notebook is another version of the classic A5 size that everybody knows and loves. This is the 120 GSM edition of the A5. This is in sage green and of course dot grid. You probably could have guessed that. And if you love thicker pages in journals, or you want things to bleed through less or show through less, then this is definitely the journal for you. It has 8 colors that it comes in, so you can choose from a bunch of different options, and you can get it also lined or blank if you don't like dot grid. This one retails for $38.50 Canadian plus tax, or $30.80 with my 20% off code, compared to the classic A5, which retails for $32.95 or $26.36 with my 20% off code. So a few more dollars worth gets you some really nice paper, because this is 120 versus the 80 GSM that you would get in the A5. It has slightly fewer pages at 203 pages instead of 251 in the A5, but it still uses that beautiful paper that is way better for markers, mixed media, and people who want to really throw a lot at it. I think this makes a really nice upgrade, especially if you're a bullet journaler or somebody who likes to collage or use lots of markers, like I mentioned, mixed media in these types of journals, because it gives you more flexibility and you're less worried about warping or things not going as well as they could. The 80 GSM holds up pretty well, don't get me wrong, but if you really want to have that low transparency, then this is definitely the one for you. This one is brand new, as you can see, but it does come with those 2 bookmarks, just like the 411 page and the A5. Here's the 2 bookmarks. It comes with the elastic closure that I'm terrible at putting on. It has the pocket in the back. It has the numbered pages, has the index, same thing, just a few less pages, but way more thick paper, which is amazing. Here is another journal that you might have seen me talk about before. This is the Learning Journal, and it's written in partnership with Clear, and it's part guided journal, part notebook, which is really unique. It's essentially a 12-week course on learning. It brings you through this entire process of deeply learning about a topic or a skill, with full color printing and exercises on every single page. It's B5 composition size, and it comes with this, elastic closure, 2 bookmarks, and it is soft cover, so there's a bit of give to it. I had mine embossed because, of course, I did. It comes in this black, but it also comes in like a really nice teal blue as well. And you can use it like a workbook to write your notes, to sketch, to draw, to paste things in. And it has so many amazing things that really help you learn deeply instead of learning passively, which is the whole reason for this book. It retails for $52.50 plus tax Canadian, or $42 plus tax with my 20% off code. I highly, highly, highly recommend this if you want to learn very deeply about one topic and you want to have a guided way of doing so. This is essentially a university course in a book, with the deep way that you are expected to learn, and also the amount of time and effort you're expected to put into this. It really is one of those things where you get out of it as much as you put into it, and they really put in a lot of thought and effort into making this an amazing resource. I haven't finished it yet, but I did do an in-depth review on my channel. It's the most popular video I've posted to date about the Learning Journal, so if you want to see more of it, definitely check out that video. I would not necessarily recommend it for people who are already taking subjects in school or who are already in university, unless you want to study something outside of your curriculum, because again, this gives you so much homework and so many activities to do that it really is like its own course by itself. So I recommend it for people who might really deeply want to learn a language, or want to learn about history or anything really very, very deeply. I used it for service design and systems thinking, so I found that to be extremely helpful when I was going through that learning, and I am meaning to pick it up again soon. Jottbook doubles are the next type of journal I don't see people talking about, and I've been wanting these for a very long time, so I'm glad I finally have my hands on them. These are the A5 size and the A6 size Jottbook doubles, and they're named that way because they're two that come in a set and they have a specific colorway. There are 60 numbered pages, 32 of them are perforated and detachable. There's a blank table of contents at the front, and there's also an insert pocket. You will notice with these that they do not have an elastic closure because they are much thinner and they're meant for sort of smaller use cases. They have this like cool little pocket at the back, and of course they always have the stickers. These are the lined ones, and I will show you what the index looks like, just the same as the rest of the journals. Something I really like about these is the colors are so fun. I have an orange and yellow one here, I have a wine and like a burgundy, and then I have this new set here which is mint green and stone blue. And the edges are sprayed the same color as the journals, which I think is such a fun pop of color and a cool way to kind of keep the colorfulness throughout when they're closed. These are great for keeping subjects separate or as a lightweight notebook to carry with you if you don't want like a honking 411 page book, or you don't want like a regular A5 or even a B6, because this is hardcover and it's quite a bit heavier than this lightweight one. And as you can see, they're also soft cover, which is really nice. So these would be great if you have a specific small project you want to keep organized in one little book, or you have a bunch of subjects that you want to keep separate, maybe in school or something that you're learning at work. I am using these as travel journals moving forward, so each journal is going to be its own trip. I have a bunch in my backlog that I mean to get to. So for Japan, for my cruise last year, for our upcoming honeymoon, all of those will have their own little volume. And I love the idea of having these in different colors on my shelf and being able to see which one is which and have that color associated with that trip. So that's my intended use for them, as little travel journals, but you could use them for lots of different things. Especially at 60 pages, it's just such a nice little size without being too much or too little for you to do much with. The A6 size is also super cute. I love these colors as well. This is the same lilac color as my B6, which I love, as everybody knows. And the port red is this burgundy one. They're just beautiful, they're cute, they're small. I think these would be great as little pocket notebooks to take them with you and be able to write notes wherever you go, or if you have a very small specific project you want to do. These would be great for lists also, if you want to take them with you, or writing notes to people and taking them out on their perforated pages and giving them to others. These A5 ones are $24.95 full price, or $19.96 with my 20% off code. And the A6 are $16.95 full price, or $13.56 with my 20% off code. So not bad. The finished journal is a very interesting newer addition as well to the Leuchtturm 1917 lineup. It's a mix between the learning journal and the A5 journal, I would say. It's made in partnership with John Acuff, who is a New York Times bestselling author and a speaker, and a person who has helped thousands of people achieve their goals, like running a marathon or writing a book or starting a business, with his process for setting and achieving goals. So this is a special edition, much like the learning journal is. It's a hardcover and it comes in A5 size only with this beautiful gold embossing, which is a very nice touch. This is the fox red color. It also comes in navy. It retails for $44.95 plus tax Canadian, or $35.96 plus tax with my 20% off code. I want to do a further review of this on the future, but for now I can show you a little bit about the structure. It's very interesting because the learning journal, as you saw through and through, front to back, is all full of examples and activities and things that it wants you to do. So it's very structured. There is some extra note paper in the back, but other than that, it's mostly this full of activities and whatnot. It's very guided. This one is a little bit different. It has 220 pages, 31 less than your standard A5, but these are 100 GSM instead of the standard 80. So it's right between the 120 and the regular A5 at 100 GSM. Like the learning journal, there is full color pages printed at the front, and you go through John's, I don't want to say patented because I'm not sure, but his go-to method for setting and achieving goals, and gives you examples and encouragement and activities and things that you can do to help you set and achieve those goals. So the first, the first 44 pages are really on that method, his methodology, bringing you through it step by step, and you have activities that take a certain amount of time. So it says on the bottom right, this will take 10 minutes, this will take 10 minutes. So there's a good number of hours that go into this first part where he kind of sets you up and brings you through it. And then the rest of the notebook is dot grid, and it's blank, I want to say, because there are some quotes and encouraging words throughout, but after you get through the first 44 pages, you have all of this space to continue on all of the activities and exercises and his methodology for goals. This is for people who have a really big goal and want someone to break it down for them and have a sort of guide to how to complete it, how to make it less daunting, how to break it out into steps. It's set up for only one goal, and it is more expensive than your typical journal, so it makes sense to use this for something big and something you need structure for. Like I mentioned, running a marathon or writing a book or cleaning out your whole house, things like that he mentions as examples in the book. It retails for $44.95 plus tax or $35.96 plus tax with my 20% off code. This is something I'll be trying in the future and putting up a review, kind of like my learning journal review, so stay tuned if you want to see more and what the experience is like of actually using it. I genuinely did not know that notebooks could come in such a large size until Leuchtturm 1917 sent me this one. This is the A4 Plus Master sized notebook, meaning it's slightly bigger than A4 actually. It's the slim version, so it has 123 pages, but the classic version has 235, which is almost the same as a regular A5 journal, which is crazy. A very fun fact is that this was the very first notebook in the Leuchtturm 1917 notebook range. This one. I'm not sure why, but that's what the website said, and I am very surprised. The A4 Plus Master Slim is $46.95 Canadian or $37.56 with my 20% off code. And the classic size that has the 235 pages is $55.95 Canadian or $44.76 plus tax with my 20% off code. It only comes in hardcover, and this one comes in 9 total colors. This is the forest green, but if you go for the classic with the 235 page notebook, then that comes in 6 colors. It can be blank, it can be lined, it can be grid or dot grid like this one. It has all of the other things that come with a classic notebook, like the elastic closure, the 2 bookmarks that are the same color as the notebook. It comes with a giant sticker sheet that lets you archive it if you want to put the sticker on the spine or on the front. And of course it has the giant accordion folder here at the back. I believe they made it A4 plus sized so that if you have A4 sized paper, it will fit into the accordion folder and in between the pages, so to protect it. If it was exactly A4 sized, then it wouldn't fit in the little accordion folder. This one is so big, and it's for like big, expansive projects. If you're into drawing on a large scale, or you are an architect or somebody who likes to draw out big buildings and things, I think this would be a great option for you. I also used it as a mood board slash, you know, collage option for my wedding, so that I would have something physical to kind of look at and help me bring the vision to life. I have some extra photos in here, but this makes it really fun because then you can fold it up and put it on the shelf. You don't have to worry about putting it somewhere after. You can also use it for diagrams, and I was going to use this for my seating chart, and you can use the little sticky notes that I put in here to move people around. So this is a great other weird way that you could use it, but I think it's just such an amazing size. I can't even imagine writing a journal spread on this, or writing like a journal entry on this. It'd probably just take up this much space. But it'd be kind of fun. I mean, if you want to plan something big out, like I'm imagining chapters of a book, or maybe different areas of brainstorming that you want to do, and you want something like really big and expansive to be able to facilitate some brainstorming, or like I said, some big drawings, diagrams, things like that, I think would be all great uses for this. It's just really big, so it's going to be hard to carry with you. Or, you know, whip out on just any table. This definitely wouldn't fit on an airplane tray table if you're thinking about traveling with it, but it's a really fun size. I don't think a larger notebook exists on the market, so if you want to go big with your ideas and your brainstorming and your diagramming, then this is the one for you. Coming from the largest notebook we have ever seen, this one might be the tiniest. It may look like a little notebook, and it even has this adorable little elastic closure with the Leuchtturm 1917 stamped on the back. But this is actually a business card holder. Isn't that so cute? Look at that. It has your name and address option here in case you lose it or somebody steals it and you need to prove that it's yours. It retails for $17.95 full price, or $14.36 plus tax with my discount code. It can hold up to 25 cards, and it has space for your contact information, like I mentioned, and if you wanted to put some in here, some little business cards. I was playing around with some designs for myself. I even have a Wonder Pens gift card in here. You could use it for gift cards too. Like, instead of putting them all in your wallet, you could carry this around and have it be your gift card holder. Imagine meeting somebody else who loves stationery and you're like, hey, let me give you my card. And you like whip out this little thing and you're like, here you go. I think they'd be so shocked. That would be so memorable. And then you're also giving them your card and they'll be like, oh my God, it's that girl who has a journal for a business card holder. So I think it's just so cute and super fun. Unfortunately, this color is no longer available, but they do come in 8 other colors on their website. So I definitely suggest that you check it out, and you can use it for lots of little things. I actually do carry this around with me in my purse, and I find it very helpful to have because my wallet is full. So this is great to have. I never see anyone else talk about these notebooks, so I hope you enjoyed learning about it with me. As always, I encourage you to use what you have first and only buy something if you feel like it'll work out for you. I hope that this video helped give a little bit more context and information and maybe help you decide whether it's for you or not. I love doing these types of videos because I can give you answers to questions and, you know, be able to look at it a little bit deeper than you might have been able to, and you don't have to spend any money, which is great. If there's other notebooks or stationery items you'd like to see me talk about on here, please let me know. I'd love to do first impressions or in-depth reviews on here to help out the community, and it's always fun to buy some new stuff. It's really nice because I can use my AdSense money that I get from all of you faithfully watching my videos and give it back in the way of reviewing things that you're looking for. So let me know in the comments below. I will see you in the next video. Bye.